The early 1970s were marked by the Cold War. This global standoff pitted the United States and its allies against the Soviet Union and its bloc. The world was on edge. Nuclear war was a constant threat. Every regional conflict became a proxy war. In this charged atmosphere, events in South Asia took center stage. The Indian subcontinent was itself deeply divided. India and Pakistan, newly independent from British rule, were locked in a bitter rivalry. Their shared history, intertwined cultures, and unresolved territorial disputes made for a volatile mix. East Pakistan, geographically separated from West Pakistan, was simmering with discontent. The plight of the Bengali people in East Pakistan was becoming increasingly dire. Subject to political and economic marginalization by West Pakistan, they yearned for autonomy and self-determination. A brutal crackdown by the Pakistani army only intensified their struggle, leading to a massive refugee crisis that threatened to destabilize the entire region. India, bearing the brunt of the refugee influx, found itself drawn into the conflict. The stage was set for a confrontation that would redraw the map of South Asia. The partition of British India in 1947 had left deep scars, both physical and emotional, on the subcontinent. The two newly formed nations, India and Pakistan, were immediately embroiled in a conflict over Kashmir, a region both claimed as their own. This dispute would become a defining feature of their relationship, leading to multiple wars and ongoing tensions. The creation of East and West Pakistan, separated by thousands of miles of Indian territory, further complicated matters, creating a unique geopolitical challenge. East Pakistan, despite being home to the majority of Pakistan's population, faced systematic discrimination and neglect from the central government. Its rich Bengali culture and language were suppressed. Economic opportunities were limited, leading to widespread discontent. The 1970 elections, which saw the Awami League, a party advocating for East Pakistani autonomy, win a landslide victory, proved to be a turning point in the region's history. Pakistan's refusal to accept the election results ignited a mass resistance movement in East Pakistan, with people demanding their rights and autonomy. The Pakistani army responded with brutal force, targeting civilians and unleashing a wave of terror that shocked the world. Millions of refugees fled across the border into India, seeking safety and shelter from the violence and chaos. India faced a humanitarian crisis of unprecedented scale, with refugee camps overflowing and resources stretched thin. The influx of refugees strained resources and threatened to destabilize the country, creating a volatile situation. Faced with Pakistan's intransigence and the suffering of the Bengali people, India decided to intervene, leading to a full-scale war that would change the region's history forever. India, under Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, found a crucial ally in the Soviet Union. This alliance was not just a political maneuver, but a strategic necessity for both nations. The two countries had been cultivating closer ties since the 1950s, based on shared strategic interests and a common desire to counterbalance Western influence. These early diplomatic efforts laid the groundwork for a more formalized partnership. The 1971 crisis would prove to be a defining moment in their relationship. The geopolitical tensions in South Asia were escalating, and both nations saw the need for a stronger, more formal alliance. In August 1971, India and the Soviet Union signed the Indo-Soviet Treaty of Friendship and Cooperation. This treaty was a landmark in international relations, symbolizing a new era of cooperation. This treaty went beyond a mere declaration of friendship. It included a clause for mutual assistance in the event of an attack by a third country. This clause was particularly significant given the volatile regional dynamics. This was a clear signal to Pakistan and its allies, particularly the United States and China, that India was not alone. The treaty served as a deterrent against any potential aggression. The treaty had profound implications. It reshaped the geopolitical landscape of South Asia and had a ripple effect on international relations. It provided India with a much-needed security guarantee, emboldening it to take a more assertive stance in the region. Indian officials could now plan their strategies with greater confidence. For the Soviet Union, it was an opportunity to expand its influence in South Asia and counter the growing presence of the United States in the Indian Ocean. This move was part of a broader Soviet strategy to gain a foothold in key regions around the world. The Indo-Soviet Treaty was a game-changer. It marked a significant shift in the balance of power in the region. It tilted the balance of power in the region and set the stage for the events that would unfold in the following months. The treaty's impact was felt not just in South Asia, but across the globe, influencing international policies and alliances. Section 4, Naval Power Play, the Soviet fleet's strategic presence. As tensions escalated in the Bay of Bengal, the geopolitical landscape was rapidly changing. The Soviet Union, recognizing the strategic importance of the region, deployed its naval fleet to the Indian Ocean. This move was a clear demonstration of support for India and a stern warning to Pakistan and its allies, signaling a shift in power dynamics. The Soviet fleet, consisting of an impressive array of warships and submarines, established a significant and formidable presence in the region. The presence of the Soviet fleet had a profound impact on the course of the war, altering the strategic calculations of all involved parties. It effectively deterred the United States and China from intervening militarily on behalf of Pakistan, showcasing the Soviet Union's naval prowess. The US 7th Fleet, which had been ordered to the Bay of Bengal, was forced to retreat in the face of the overwhelming Soviet naval presence, a significant strategic victory for the Soviets. The Soviet fleet's actions went beyond mere deterrence, playing an active role in the conflict. They provided crucial support to the Indian Navy, which was engaged in a naval blockade of East Pakistan, ensuring the blockade's effectiveness. The Soviet presence also helped to secure India's maritime borders and protect its vital shipping lanes, ensuring the flow of essential supplies. The deployment of the Soviet fleet was a masterstroke of strategic thinking, demonstrating the Soviet Union's commitment to its allies. It neutralized the threat of external intervention and gave India the upper hand in the naval domain, a crucial factor in the outcome of the war. The Soviet fleet's presence was not just a show of force, but a decisive element that shaped the conflict's resolution. Section 5, Victory and its Aftermath, the Liberation of Bangladesh. On December 3, 1971, war broke out between India and Pakistan. The Indian Army, backed by the Mukti Bahini, the Bengali resistance movement, made rapid advances on both the eastern and western fronts. Pakistan, outnumbered and outmaneuvered, found itself fighting a losing battle. Within days, the Indian Army had captured key cities in East Pakistan. On December 16, 1971, just 2 weeks after the war began, Pakistan surrendered. The instrument of surrender was signed in Dhaka, marking the birth of a new nation, Bangladesh. The 1971 war was a resounding victory for India and a testament to the courage and determination of the Bengali people. It also marked a significant shift in the geopolitical landscape of South Asia. The Soviet Union's unwavering support had been crucial to India's victory. The Indo-Soviet alliance had not only altered the regional power balance, but had also demonstrated the limits of US and Chinese influence in the region. Section 6. A Legacy of Cooperation, the Enduring Indo-Russian Partnership. The 1971 war cemented the Indo-Soviet alliance and laid the foundation for a long-lasting partnership. The two countries continued to cooperate closely on a range of issues, from defense and security to trade and technology. The Soviet Union became India's largest trading partner and a major supplier of military hardware. Despite the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, the relationship between India and Russia has remained strong. The two countries have adapted to the changing geopolitical realities and continue to find common ground on a wide range of issues. Russia remains a key defense partner for India, supplying it with advanced weapons systems and technology. The enduring partnership between India and Russia is a testament to the shared history and strategic interests that bind the two nations. The events of 1971 played a pivotal role in forging this bond, leaving behind a legacy of cooperation that continues to shape the geopolitical landscape of South Asia and beyond.